Shalom Israel. First, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to yahawah, bahasham, bahasham, raka, quadash. Double honors into the elders and apostles, GMS, Great Millstone, know me sharper mind in His truth. And shalom to you, hopeful like brothers out there pushing His truth and honesty and sincerity. Coming out y'all with the video. It's been a while since I made a video. I'm trying to get over this sickness and then that Passover, Hey, righteous men fall 7 times, but you already know we get it back up, man. Getting tired of being here. Baruch 4 and 23 is becoming my favorite chapter to date. I have a lot of favorite chapters. I can't even really say that. But suffer ye patiently. That's the only thing we have left right now. But I'm gonna do a quick lesson on a couple scriptures. I'm gonna start in Matthew, the 24th chapter. This is in the KJV. Let's see. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start in the. I'm gonna start in the 24th chapter and starting at the 37th verse, and it says, "But as the days of Noah," this is Noah. That's just a different spelling, translated. So Noah, that actually means Noah were. So as in the days of Noah were. What were the days of Noah? That was a pre-extinction time. So the Lord flooded the entire earth, saving only 8 spirits. So as in that day were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So he's saying, as in the days of Noah, so shall be in the days of his coming, right? And yahawashi, he's set to come soon, very soon, as the prophecies that have been given to us through, the spiritual powers, especially in GMS Great Millstone, who has the full sound doctrine, beginning with Apostle Harhan down. We understand that these things are happening. So the day of the Lord is to come soon, and we know that as in the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. So how are the days of Noah compared to now? They're basically the same. Honestly, now it very well could be worse, So with that, we know that the Lord, that's another reason how we know that the Lord is coming back. And it says, "For as in the days were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark." So they were just partying it up, bullshitting, doing wickedly, waxing however they felt. Error not knowing the scriptures that entire time. For in liberty they took not advantage of it, even the Lord's people, right? And until the day of Noah, right, he was the elect of back in the day. He really was basically the elect of his day. Only 8 souls being spared in that whole entire thing, right? And it says, until that day Noah entered into the ark. So all the way, and the Lord has said, he shall come as a thief in the night, right? So everyone's going to be bullshitting, living that YOLO lifestyle until the night hits, and all of a sudden, everyone's world's going to be tipped upside down, And it says, "And knew not until the flood came and took them all away." Took them all away, For the wages of sin is death, and the Lord is not slacking his promise, right? That he didn't take them all the way to set them to a motherfucker with a pitchfork down the Middle Earth, They all died, and they went straight to the spirit world, right? And we know that every 3rd generation people are born, so, those same spirits of back in the day are here now. Those same spirits are here now, right? And it says, "And took them all away, so shall as the coming of the Son of Man be." Just like, same operation, just as the Son of the coming of Man be. But after this happens, and those nuclear missiles hit, and then the Lord's elect are delivered, right? It's going to be an everlasting kingdom, It's not going to be another situation of what we're still being on this earth. Our bodies are going to be changed. You know, we're not going to be able to transgress the law. You know, we'll have perfect bodies. You know, and the Lord's going to have all of his praise by his elect people, his election, right? And those 2/3, you know, they're going to be born as like the children in the kingdom, you know? And Esau, you know what happens to the Obadiah 1 and 18ers, right? So there's going to be an elect ruling class, that 144,000, the 1/3, the election, the elect class, right? And that's who's going to survive this basic flood, is the election. Lord willing that you even be a part of that election, you know? You know, it's always nice having dreams, you know, and daydreaming and going to sleep and seeing something. It's always nice when you get these visions of the kingdom, but you know, the best we could do is just keep on enduring, because you really don't know, you know, right? And it says in the 40th verse, then shall 2 be in the field, one shall be taken and the other left. 2 women shall be grinding at the mill, then one shall be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, ye know not what hour doth your Lord doth come. But he knows this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Right? So this is what a wise man does. Therefore, be all you also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Right? So this is why the Lord tells us to, you know, to depart from this world. To depart from this world, you know, love not the world, neither things in it. You know, don't have your heart invested in this place. Rather, have as much of your energy and emotions invested in this truth of yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi. Call Allah yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, for even giving us the spirit of that. You know, because it's spiritual alone that you wake up every day still praising the name yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, right? It's a true blessing, right? So, and then you have to be ready. So just because you call upon the name and you say you love the Lord, you know, there's still work that has to be done, right? And you got to be ready for when this time comes, because there is going to be a famine of the word, you know? There is going to be a famine of the word. So that's why the Lord is trying to, you know, the Lord broke that seal and let it go out. And now there's like a mass knowledge period, especially of this truth, right? So, you know, this truth is known. Right, and the government always knew about this truth, but now guess what they're trying to do? They're trying to stop it from going out. They're trying to slow it down. They know they can't stop it from going out, but they're definitely trying to slow it down as much as possible. Right? There's reasons that they keep on trying to test dumb shit out. Like they're planning to fire some missiles at the eclipse that's coming up. You know? So reading on, and it says, who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler of his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find doing so. Right? So doing the right thing, you know, and the Lord will give you spirit to do that, of course, you know, and it's going to be pleasant for the Lord to come back, and you're doing so. You're actually doing so, right? Because, you know, I remember back when I was younger, way younger, before I was in the truth, I thought to myself, like, well, couldn't you just get right, like, before the Lord came back? You know, all that dumb shit, you know? But the Lord accounts for all things, you know? You can't be in that spirit of, like, oh, shit, once things actually get real, then you want to lock in. Like, this is a steadfast thing, you know? You should love the Lord and fear the Lord. Fear is a main benefactor. You should fear the Lord enough to try your best, you know, rehearsing the righteous acts, pursuing the Judges, the 5th chapter, you know, to do your best right now, you know? And there's going to be times when you slip and fall. You already know. But, you know, just don't slip and fall completely flat on your ass and not get back up. You know? Take things easy. Because we're in this flesh, and you got to stay balanced, you know? I want to be able to set myself up on a regimen where I'm fasting 2-3 days a week. Brother, I haven't even fasted in probably a month, you know? And there was a point in time where I used to fast like once a week. But then I started trying to push myself. I started doing 2 days in a row, attempting 3-day fasts. And then I just stopped fasting, you know, because that's this flesh. It grows weary, you know, so that's why you got to take things slow. You got to take things slow and build up to that point. Because if you go 0 to 100, motivation will get you nowhere, right? And not to get too far off the topic, you know, these scriptures, but holding steadfast, that's the whole point of this video here. reading the 46th verse, it says, "Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find him doing so. Verily I say to you, he shall come him rule over all of his goods. But if the evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunkenness, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day, and when he looketh not to him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites, that shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth." Right? So that's chills, man. Like, he'll give you that fate if you're not on point. You got to be on point. You know, you got to fear the Lord. Right? A double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. You are either all in or you're not fucking in at all. Right? So that's the whole point. You're gonna burn for the Lord one way or another, as one of the brothers said. One way or another, you're gonna burn. You know, and he will join that and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites, that shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Right? They're gonna be fucking burning up over here, physically. Right? They're gonna be physically burning up. Right? Because when these missiles hit, it's gonna be no joke. There ain't gonna be shit funny. There ain't gonna be a single thing funny in that day, except for when the elect, you know, as it says in Proverbs, they shall laugh at their calamity. But for them, there ain't gonna be a damn thing funny. Right? So I'm gonna go ahead and go and get the Matthew the 5th chapter, or let me see. I'm trying to get the parable of the virgins. No, hold on. Oh, Shalaki, I was way off. 25th chapter, not the 5th chapter. Shalaki. Yeah, okay. So Matthew the 25th chapter, starting at the first verse, and it says, "Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom." And who was that bridegroom? Yahawashi. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. Right? They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. What is that oil? That oil is a deeper understanding of this truth. Right? So they took their lamps, right? And they had the oil. Right? Let's see. And they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessel with the lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go you out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. Because they didn't bring the oil with them, right? And what is the famine of the word going to be? What's going to happen when the famine of the word comes, right? And it says, the foolish said unto the wise, Give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out, right? Give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. So when the famine of the word comes, you want to be ready. You want to be ready, right? You want to be ready, and as ready as you possibly can be while we have time. For in liberty grow ye in grace and liberty. I believe that's a scripture in Peter. So like if I got that one, my phone's dead over here. So, actually, nah, it's died. Of course it died. Anyways, but yeah, grow ye in grace and liberty, or along those lines, because we have liberty right now. And it says, and those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps, and the foolish said unto them, Give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be any not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him, and the marriage, and the door that was shut. And the door was shut, right? So there's a reason why in Proverbs the Lord tells you to show thee at thy gates daily, right? You want to build this daily. This is probably the most no-brainer investment you're ever gonna make in your entire life. Is going about this truth. This is the literally most no-brainer investment ever. And ultimately, we know that especially in this flesh, all good things have to come with work. And it's all by yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi that we even have the spirit to be able to do these things, right? So, Lord willing, that was a little edifying for y'all brothers out there as we go through these spiritual times that we're in right now. Good luck to y'all brothers, and finishing with all honor, praise, and glory to yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, and shalom.